Anyone?
This is a question that I didn't send in, but I wanted to ask you, and it's kind of off the wall, but I know you scored over 38,000 points, and only one of them came from one shot came from behind the three-point line. What do you remember about that particular play?
What do I remember about it?
Yeah.
It was a long rebound. I ran out and got it right near the three-point line, and nobody came to guard me. So I stepped back and shot it.
Was that kind of a moment that you remember a lot about, just because it's a unique thing?
As you talk about unique moments.
You were outside shooter for one day.
For one shot.
Trying to get the questions up because I didn't write them on best.
Have you been following the Milwaukee Bucks resurgence these days?
Well, I've seen how they're doing well. They have the best record in the league. I'm not surprised. They've been building toward that for a long time.
Excluding yourself, who do you think is the best NBA player of all time and why?
Geez, there's no way of telling who the best player is. You'd have to have the guys from different generations play against each other. We can't do that. A lot of those guys that should be in that argument are already in the grave. It's not fair. So you just that's for people who go. They go and order some hot wings and argue about it for 2 hours.
Do you have a favorite movie that you appeared in?
That I appeared in?
Yes.
Geez, that would have to be Airplane.
Why is that?
Because it's an all-time comedic movie, and I'm in it. I kind of like that.
Do you ever think that the game will get back to how it was when you were in it with the post men dominating, or do you think the three-point line has just changed that too much to ever get back to that?
I don't think that the three-point game has really altered professional basketball that much. It's changed tactics, but balance is always a good way to play the game. So, if you have a team that is only good at shooting outside shots, they're going to give up a lot of size and be at a disadvantage that way.
You've done.
So I think that being able to score in the paint and on the perimeter and being able to pick and choose gives you more tools to use and more opportunities to win.
You've done so many things in your career, even after basketball. How do you keep reinventing yourself? Actor, writer, all that stuff.
Well, I didn't want to get bored, and I didn't want to get poor. So it's not like it is now where the guys, they retire and they're very wealthy. Guys from my generation, had to become businessmen and continue to take advantage of the, great opportunity that we have. But it's not one that makes it easy for you for the rest of your life. You got to keep doing something.
Do you think that the NBA should go, or the league, NBA/college, should go back to letting guys go straight out of college into the NBA, or do you think that it's good for the guys to play a year in college before they come to the NBA?
I don't think a high school kid is ready for the NBA. I think maybe they should adopt what they did in baseball, let kids sign and then go to college and then go play professionally after they've gotten some college experience. I think that works for everybody. It's better for the colleges, it's better for the pro game because, there's too many guys just coming in, one and done guys, and they sit on the bench for 3 or 4 years as they learn the game.
Do you think developing the G League some more might help with those kind of guys?
Yeah, because there are guys that are not fit to go to college, so what are they going to do there? So the G League can deal with that issue. But I think, I coached for 6 years with the Lakers, and the guys coming in straight out of high school always had a problem making the adjustment. Their expectations are unrealistic. They think they're rock stars at that point, and they haven't really built up the talent or the work ethic to compete. So I think it would really help them.
I saw where you're going to auction your rings for charity for your foundation. What was the thinking behind that?
Well, I have just so many wonderful things that I own, and it was. It's not easy to take care of all these things, insure them, and look after them. So I was able to use a lot of the money from the auction to go to my charity and help me do the things I'm doing for the LA Unified school district kids that we help. My program's got like a 6 or 8 year waiting list, so the money that I sent over from the auction will help defray those costs and keep it going.
Do you feel that your scoring record will ever be caught up to? And do you think it'll be LeBron before he's done?
I have no idea. Yeah, I don't worry about that.
Do you keep up with the current state of the Lakers?
Yeah, well, you can't help. I live in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Everybody knows what's going on there. You know, they had LeBron get injured, and then while he was injured, other guys got injured. You know, the season just went sideways. But they have high hopes, you know, that they'll get everybody healthy and get the 1 or 2 players they need to contend.
What was it like being a part of that incredible run for UCLA? I mean, that's something that probably cannot ever be duplicated. So what was it like being in the middle of all that?
It's hard to compare it with anything because nothing like it has ever happened again. But it was just a very special time. You know, for me, going to college was very special for me. I had a wonderful experience at UCLA. I wouldn't have traded it for anything. And, you know, that's how I relate to it.
How did John Wooden make you a better person?
Well, John Wooden just reinforced all the values that we learned in basketball about teamwork, caring about your teammates, and developing skills and a work ethic that enable you to do what you want to do. And he just used basketball as a metaphor for life, and we're supposed to take that attitude and that approach into our lives and try to have good lives.
You're here for Civility Week. Just talk about speaking on college campuses. Most people say it's a politically divisive time right now, but talk about being a voice of reason and getting to share that with college students and come out and do these talks.
Well, I think it's interesting for me to get an idea of what's going on, you know, in terms of what they're thinking about and what they're concerned about. And I felt good, especially recently, since the change in the administration, with all of the divisiveness that's being promoted. And you see the young people in the country, they're responding to that and understanding how negative that could take us. So I'm very reassured in that sense.